Hey, what's up everybody? It's George and we're back with another video. Now today's video is video number 6 in the Goblin 500 electronic setup series. In video number 5 we finished up with parameter L, which is setting the swash plate limits, and we're ready to move on to parameter M, which is setting the swash plate sensor directions. Before we do, let's take a quick look at my setup. As always, I have the manual open to the right page with a pen in case I need to take any notes. I have my Spectrum DX8 and the Goblin. That's all we're going to be needing. So let's go ahead and put the camera on the tripod and get on with parameter M, setting the swash plate sensor directions. Okay, I've already entered the setup menu and we're on parameter M, setting the swash plate sensor directions. In this parameter, what we're going to do is adjust the movement of the swash plate in response to attitude changes of the helicopter. You can see that I've already got it set on the default of blue, and basically what you're going to be doing is cycling through the 4 available options until you find one that the swash plate moves properly. Let's go ahead and take the camera and move it so you can see the swash plate as we proceed through this parameter. Okay, what I'm going to do is tilt the helicopter forward, and what I'm looking for is the swash plate to tilt backward or attempt to correct the movement, keeping it level. When I tilt it forward, we can see that the swash plate is tilting forward and not back. I'm going to go ahead and use my rudder stick and try the next setting. Once again, I'm going to move my helicopter forward, and the swash plate is still tilting forward. I'm going to use my rudder stick and try the next parameter. Now I'm going to tilt the helicopter forward again, and now as you can see, when I tip the helicopter forward, the swash plate responds correctly. Now I'm going to try tilting the helicopter to the side and make sure that the swash plate tilts to the opposite side or attempts to stay level. And we can see as I tilt, it's attempting to keep it level in that direction, and it's attempting to keep it level in this direction. So that tells us that the setting that we have for this parameter is correct, and we can save that by pressing the setup button once and moving on to the last parameter. Okay, as you can see, we're on the last parameter, parameter N. Parameter N is setting the pirouette optimization direction, and what this is how it adjusts the helicopter during a pirouette. It attempts to keep it in the same attitude. What we're going to want to do to test this parameter is to hold the blades and rotate the helicopter around its axis. What we want to see is the swash plate maintain its position. We don't want to see it rotate with the helicopter. Let's go ahead and take the camera so we can see the swash plate and rotate the helicopter around its axis. Okay, when you first enter parameter N, the swash plate is either going to tilt toward the front or the back. It's arbitrary. In our case, it's tilting toward the front or to the right as the camera sees it. Now, I already know that the default setting worked for me, but I want to show you what it looks like when it's not. So right now, I have it set as reversed or blue. Let's go ahead and pick it up and rotate it and see what happens to the orientation of the swash plate as we rotate the helicopter around its axis. As you can see, when I rotate the helicopter, the swash plate is not maintaining its orientation. That tells me that I need to change it back to the normal setting. So I'm going to go over to my radio, and I'm going to use my radio's rudder to change back to the normal default setting of red. And we're going to rotate the helicopter and make sure that the swash plate maintains its direction, pointing toward the front of the helicopter or to the right of the screen. Now here you can see as I rotate the helicopter, the swash plate is maintaining its orientation, and that means that everything is set correctly. We can save this parameter by pushing the setup button once. Okay, setup position N has been saved, and we have completed the setup parameters for the AR7200BX. Now let's turn our attention to the potentiometers. Alright, this looks like a good place to break. We've got a lot accomplished. We actually finished all of the setup parameters for the AR7200BX. Now we're not done. We have the next section, which is going to be the potentiometers. Look for video number 7 of the Goblin 500 electronic setup series coming soon. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy flying, friends!